Welcome back, deep divers. Today, we're diving headfirst into the world of Kabbalah.
Oh, yeah.
But we're going deeper than the usual stuff you might hear about, We're using this book, Symbols of the Kabbalah, by Sanford Drob,
Oh, excellent choice.
to try to understand
Yeah.
some of these complex ideas.
I mean, it's a whole system
Yeah.
that reimagines, like, how the universe is structured, even how it came to be,
Yeah.
and, like, what is our role in it all?
Right, exactly.
It's complex, yeah, but it's
Yeah.
it's incredibly insightful
Yeah.
and even inspiring, I find, when you start to kind of grasp those core concepts.
Yeah, and I think that's what we're trying to do today is not get too bogged down in the details, but
Right.
really kind of tease out
The essence?
the essence of it. Yeah. And we're focusing on what's called Theosophical Kabbalah,
Right.
which is
Focusing on the divine.
really trying to understand that divine realm, which it's kind of, I don't know, it's like trying to map infinity.
It is. It is.
But Kabbalists have come up with some really,
Amazing.
incredible ways to kind of,
Frameworks.
frameworks to try to think about that.
And they do this by suggesting that,
Yeah.
the universe isn't built on, like,
Yeah.
matter and energy, like, as we kind of normally think about it,
Right.
but on ideas, on words, on emanations
Yeah.
of a divine source.
Yeah.
Like a universe where
Yeah.
language itself
Yeah.
has the power to actually shape reality.
Okay, so I think I need to take notes already.
Right.
This is big.
Yeah.
So where do we even begin to understand
Yeah.
a system like this?
Well, we begin at the beginning, right?
Right.
With this concept of Ein Sof.
Ein Sof?
Now, Ein Sof, it's not like a name.
Right.
It's more of a designation.
Okay.
It's a way to point toward something that's ultimately beyond our grasp.
Okay.
It's the infinite, it's the unknowable God,
Yeah.
the source of everything.
Okay, so that's a bit of a paradox, right?
Totally.
How can something be
Absolutely.
the source of everything,
Yes.
but also unknowable?
Yeah,
Undefined. It's almost like saying it's nothing.
that's exactly the point.
Yeah.
Ein Sof pushes the boundaries of logic,
Right.
of how we typically try to define things.
Yeah.
Kabbalists actually describe it as nothingness,
Okay.
in the sense that it's
Yeah.
beyond any category or concept that
Right.
we can come up with.
So if we can't even grasp what it is, how do we even talk about it?
That's where it gets really interesting, I think. Kabbalah suggests that Ein Sof
Yeah.
is both thought and will.
Oh, okay.
So it's like saying, in the realm of the infinite,
Yeah.
even before there was anything,
Right.
there's an impulse,
Okay.
a desire to create,
Oh, okay.
even before there was anything.
Okay, so I'm starting to get a sense of
Yeah.
the scale,
It's a scope of it.
the scope. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if Ein Sof is infinite,
Right.
how does a finite world like ours even exist?
That is the question, right?
Yeah.
That's a question that's puzzled theologians and philosophers
Yeah.
for centuries.
Right.
And Kabbalah offers a truly unique answer.
Okay.
It lies in the concept of Tzimtzum.
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 Okay. That sounds
Yeah.
tense.
It is a powerful idea.
What does that even mean?
It means contraction.
Okay.
Imagine the infinite Ein Sof
Yeah.
choosing to, like, limit itself,
Okay.
to withdraw,
Yeah.
in order to make space
Right.
for something else to exist,
So
making room
making room. Yeah.
for the universe to unfold.
So creation started with an act of
Self-limitation.
self-limitation.
That's a pretty radical
idea. It is a radical idea.
Yeah.
And it has profound implications, I think, for how we understand
Yeah.
the nature of creation, even our own place
Yeah.
in the universe. Right.
Think about it.
Yeah.
If even the infinite
Yeah.
needs to set boundaries
Right.
to create a space of separation,
Yeah.
what does that say about the importance of limitation
Right.
in the process of manifestation?
Yeah, that's real.
That really makes you think
oh.
about.
Okay, so Ein Sof contracts,
Right.
creates a void.
Right.
Then what?
So then,
How does that void become
yeah.
the world that we know?
Well, that's where things get
Okay.
even more intricate,
Okay.
but also, I think, more tangible.
Okay.
We move from the realm of the infinite
Right.
to the realm of
Yeah.
emanations,
Okay.
of qualities,
Yeah.
qualities that flow from Ein Sof.
Okay.
These qualities are known as
Yeah.
the Sephiro,
Sephiro, yeah.
and they act as a blueprint
Okay.
for the entire universe.
Sephiro.
I know, it's one of those words.
Yeah. It's
Like you're entering a whole new world.
Exactly. You feel like you're in a different reality. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so what exactly are they?
So imagine them as 10 emanations.
10.
10 attributes of Ein Sof.
Okay.
Each one a distinct quality
Right.
or force that shapes reality.
So these are...
And here's where it gets really fascinating.
Okay.
These sephiros aren't just abstract concepts.
Oh.
They map onto
Okay.
the human psyche as well.
So we're talking about universal qualities.
Exactly.
That also exist within us.
Within us.
Okay.
Exactly. Think
Okay.
of qualities like wisdom,
Right.
understanding,
Yeah.
love, justice, strength.
Right. So more like values almost.
They're all sephiros.
Okay.
And by understanding these qualities,
Yeah.
by recognizing them within ourselves
Right.
and in the world around us,
Yeah.
we start to see the interconnectedness
Yeah.
of everything,
Okay.
the divine spark
Okay. So
that unites us all.
we've gone from infinite, unknowable God
Right.
to 10 fundamental qualities
Yeah.
that shape the universe and exist within us.
Exist within us, yeah.
But how do these qualities actually create,
That's a great question.
like, the world that we see?
That brings us to one of the most
Okay.
dramatic and intriguing concepts
Okay.
in Kabbalah. The breaking of the vessels.
Breaking of the vessel. That sounds like a
Yeah.
cosmic disaster.
It kind of is.
What happened?
So imagine those sephiro
Okay.
as vessels,
Right.
each one holding
Yeah.
a specific type of divine light.
Okay.
But the light of Ein Sof is so powerful,
Right.
so overwhelming,
Yeah.
that those vessels
Yeah.
couldn't contain it.
Oh.
They shattered.
Oh.
And sparks of that divine light
Okay.
scattered throughout the universe.
So we're left with a fragmented reality.
A fragmented
Yeah.
reality.
Yeah. Yeah.
A world where these sparks of divinity
Right.
are hidden.
Or hidden everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's where our journey truly begins.
Okay.
Because Kabbalah tells us that we...
As human beings,
Right.
have a crucial role to play in gathering those scattered sparks,
Right.
in repairing
Yeah.
that fragmentation,
Right.
in restoring wholeness
Okay.
to the universe.
Yeah. Okay, so we're in this fragmented reality,
Right.
surrounded by these scattered sparks.
Yeah.
What can we even do about it?
It is a daunting task,
Yeah.
but it's also incredibly empowering, I think.
Okay.
This concept of tikkun olam,
Tikkun olam.
which literally means repairing the world.
Right.
This is really at the heart
Yeah.
of Kabbalah.
Okay.
It suggests that we're not just
Yeah.
passive observers
Right.
in this cosmic drama,
Yeah.
but active participants
Okay.
in the process of healing
Yeah.
and restoration.
Yeah, I'm already, like,
Right.
feeling a shift in perspective. Could make a difference.
That's the beauty of tikkun olam.
Yeah.
It's not about grand gestures
Right.
or superhuman feats.
Yeah.
It's about recognizing the divine spark
Right.
within ourselves
Yeah.
and in everyone we encounter.
So it's not just about fixing the world out there, but also
about healing the fragmentation
Yeah.
within ourselves as well.
Right. And that makes me think about, like,
Oh, yeah.
this concept of Gilgul, like reincarnation.
Oh, yes.
Like, is that part of this?
That's a key insight, I think.
Yeah.
And it's reflected in this concept of Gilgul
Yeah.
or reincarnation.
Right.
Kabbalists believe
Yeah.
that souls can return to Earth
Wow.
multiple times
Yeah.
to learn, to grow,
Yeah.
and ultimately
Yeah.
to help restore the world.
Okay.
So it's like we're all on this
Yeah.
cosmic journey
Yeah.
of refinement,
Right.
gathering those scattered sparks,
Yeah.
lifetime after lifetime,
Right.
until we achieve
Yeah.
a state of wholeness.
Yeah. So each lifetime,
It's
I
like
guess, like another opportunity
another
to
opportunity.
contribute to Tikkun Olam.
Exactly.
Okay, I love that.
Yeah.
Like, it gives a whole new dimension to
Right.
the idea of
It reframes it
personal growth.
completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, before we get too far ahead,
Okay.
can we go back to the
Yeah.
Sephirah for a second?
Sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around, like,
I know it's a lot to take in.
how those 10
Yeah.
qualities actually work together.
Well, it's easy to get lost in the abstract, so let's bring those Sephiroth down to earth a little bit.
Okay.
Imagine them
Yeah.
as a kind of cosmic family,
Okay.
each member
Yeah.
with their own unique personality
Right.
and a role to play.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Like,
Yeah.
tell me more
Yeah.
about this cosmic family.
So we'll start with the first three,
Okay.
which are considered the most
Okay.
intellectual or abstract.
Okay. So the most abstract.
First, we have
Yeah.
Keter, the crown.
Keter. Okay.
It represents pure will,
Okay.
the initial impulse of creation.
Okay.
Think of it as the spark
Right.
that sets everything
Yeah.
in motion.
Okay, so first we have the will to create.
Yes.
What comes next?
Then comes choshma,
Choshma.
which means wisdom.
Oh,
It's that flash of insight,
right.
the first emanation of thought
Right.
from that initial will.
Okay.
Think of it as the blueprint, the
Yeah.
pure idea before it takes on
Right.
any concrete form.
Okay, so from pure will to pure thought, like
Exacto.
starting to feel like a
Right.
cosmic recipe.
Yeah, like a cosmic recipe for creation.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then
And then we have bina,
Mina.
which means understanding.
Okay.
And this is where the abstract idea
Right.
of choshma
Yeah.
takes form
Okay.
and structure.
Right.
It's the ability to
Yeah.
grasp the complexities of the blueprint
Right.
and begin to
Yeah.
shape it
Okay.
into reality.
So if Choshma is like the spark of an idea, Mina is like figuring out
That's a great
how to actually make it happen.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And bina is also associated
Okay.
with the feminine principle,
Okay.
the cosmic womb,
Oh, wow.
where creation takes form.
It's amazing how these concepts
I am.
start to resonate on so many levels.
Yeah.
So we've moved from the will to create
Yeah.
to the idea,
Yeah, the idea.
to the understanding of how to manifest that idea.
See the understand.
What happens next? Like as we
When things get a bit more down to earth,
okay.
we enter the realm of the emotional
okay.
Sephiroth.
Yeah, you said it right.
And the first one we encounter
Okay.
is chist, which means loving kindness.
Okay.
It's that boundless generosity,
Right.
that overflowing love
Yeah.
that fuels creation.
Like that pure unconditional love
Exactly.
that we often associate with like
Yeah.
a parent's love.
A parent's love for a child.
For a child, yeah.
Exactly.
But as we all know, even the most loving parent
Right.
needs to set boundaries.
Needs to set boundaries.
And that's where the next one comes in.
And that's where Gevura comes in.
Yeah.
It's often translated as judgment
Okay.
or strength,
Right.
but it's more nuanced
Yeah.
than that.
Right.
Think of it as the necessary structure that shapes
yeah.
and defines that love.
So not punishment,
Right.
but like the
Yeah,
boundary
say it perfectly.
prevent love from becoming
Yes.
overwhelming
Overwhelming or chaotic.
or chaotic, right?
Precisely.
Yeah.
It's about setting limits,
Right.
making distinctions.
Right.
And in the human psyche,
Yeah.
it's the ability to,
Yeah.
like, say no, to protect, to
No.
preserve.
It makes sense that these two like
Yeah.
seemingly opposite
Right.
forces
Yeah.
need to be
They need to be reconciled.
reconciled.
And that's where we reach
Tiferet.
Tiferet, which means beauty
Okay.
or harmony.
I love that Tiferet beauty.
I know it sounds much gentler
Right.
than judgment,
Yeah.
but don't be fooled by the name.
Right.
It's a powerful force, the force that brings things together
Right.
and creates wholeness.
Yeah.
It's the heart of the system
Yeah.
where opposites
Right.
meet
Yeah.
and find their balance.
Okay. So we've got will.
Yeah.
We got will, thought,
Understanding love,
boundaries,
boundaries, and harmony. Harmony.
What's next?
What's next?
This cosmic lineup.
Yeah, in this lineup.
Well, next we have
Okay.
Netzach.
Which means endurance
Okay.
or perseverance.
Right. So like stamina.
Stamina, yeah.
The stamina of creation.
Exactly.
It's starting to sound like a
Correct.
self-help
It's like a self-help manual
manual for the universe.
for the universe.
Yeah.
And
And
then
then there's Hod,
Hod.
which means splendor
Yeah.
or majesty.
Right.
Think of it as the power of articulation,
Okay.
the ability to express
Right.
and manifest those inner qualities
Right.
in the outer world.
So if Netzach is like the drive, Hod is finding the right way
Yeah.
to like communicate that.
It's about bringing form and structure
Yeah.
to that creative impulse.
We're getting close to the end now.
We
What
are.
are the last two?
All right, so next is Yesod,
Yes, Sod.
which means foundation.
Foundation, okay.
It's the solid ground
Right.
on which all of this rests.
Okay.
The point of connection
Right.
between the spiritual
Yeah.
and the material. So the grounding force that allows the
Yeah.
ethereal to interact with the physical.
Exactly. And finally, we
Right.
have Malchut,
Melchuk.
which means kingship
Okay.
or manifestation.
Okay.
It's the culmination
Right.
of the entire process.
Yeah.
The point where the creative impulse
Right.
becomes fully realized
Right.
in the physical world.
Malchut, the final Sephira.
Yes.
It's where the divine blueprint,
Yeah.
finally takes shape
Yeah, that's one way to look at it.
in all its glory.
Realm of action,
Right.
of bringing those
Yeah.
divine ideas
Right.
into concrete form.
It's the kingdom.
The kingdom,
Yeah.
final expression of
Yeah.
the king's will.
But remember, these Sephirah don't exist in isolation.
Right.
We talked about the breaking of the vessels.
Exactly.
So how do these
That's the focus.
fragmented pieces get put back together?
That's the question
Yeah.
that has fascinated
Yeah.
Kabbalists for centuries.
Right.
And just like the Sephirah,
Yeah.
there are many layers
Yeah.
to the answer.
Okay.
But at its core,
Yeah.
Tikkun Olam
Yeah.
is about recognizing
Okay.
the divine starks
Yeah.
within
Yeah.
everything
Everything.
and everyone.
And everyone. So
And it's about acting
right.
with
Okay.
compassion and understanding.
So it's not just about
Yeah.
fixing the world out there,
Yeah.
but also about
Well,
healing that fragmentation within ourselves.
That's a key insight.
Yeah.
And this idea is
Yeah.
reflected in the concept of
Right.
Gilgul,
Yes.
or reincarnation.
Right.
Kabbalists believe that souls
Yeah.
can return to Earth
Okay.
multiple times
Right.
to learn and grow,
Yeah.
and ultimately to help restore the world.
Okay.
It's like
Yeah.
a cosmic cycle
Yeah.
of refinement and
Right.
reunification.
So each lifetime
Time.
is an opportunity to
Gather those scattered sparks and contribute
And it's not just about
to Tikkun Olam.
grand gestures.
Right.
It's about
Yeah.
the small, everyday choices
Okay.
we make,
Yeah.
every act of kindness,
Right.
every moment of connection,
Yeah.
every effort to live in alignment
With
with those Sephirah.
those Sephirah, yeah.
That's all
It's a repair process.
woven into the fabric
Exactly.
of everyday life.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
Yeah.
It's woven into the fabric of life.
It's a pretty empowering thought that, like,
It is empowering.
we all have this cosmic purpose, this ability to, like,
to contribute.
contribute to something bigger than ourselves.
That's something so much bigger than ourselves.
But if the world
Yeah.
was created through language,
Yeah.
as we were discussing earlier,
Right.
what does that mean for us?
That's a profound question,
Yeah.
and one that
Yeah.
Kabbalah takes very seriously.
Okay.
In fact, there's a whole branch of Kabbalah
Okay.
devoted to the mystical power of language.
Hold on.
Sure.
The power of language.
Otiyat, Yesodi,
We're going even deeper down the rabbit hole
the
here.
foundational letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
So Kabbalists believe
Yeah.
that the Hebrew alphabet
Okay.
isn't just a way to communicate,
Right.
but the building blocks of creation.
So it's like a divine code
Exactly.
hidden within language itself.
A divine code hidden within language itself.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And by understanding this code,
Yeah.
by meditating on the letters
Okay.
and their combinations,
Yeah.
Kabbalists believe
Yeah.
that we can access deeper levels of reality
Wow.
and even influence the flow
Okay.
of divine energy.
So, or words have power.
Words have power.
It's not just a saying.
It's not just a saying.
It's like a literal
It's a literal truth
truth in Kabbalah.
in Kabbalah.
Right. That's right.
Remember how we talked about
Remember Tzimtzum?
Tzimtzum, the contraction of God into language.
Right.
It suggests
Yeah.
that creation itself
Yeah.
is a linguistic act.
Oh, wow.
And if that's true,
Yeah.
then our words,
Mhm.
our thoughts,
Right.
even our intentions,
Yeah.
all have the potential
Right.
to shape reality.
It makes you think twice about
It really does.
the things you say.
It
It's
changes
like,
how you see the world.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And this is where
Okay.
the ethical dimension of Kabbalah comes into play.
Yeah.
It's not just about understanding these concepts
yeah.
intellectually,
Yeah.
but about
Yeah.
living them,
Yeah.
about using this knowledge
Okay.
to create
Yeah. Yeah.
a more harmonious
Right.
and compassionate
World. Yeah. So we're not
just,
gathering sparks.
yeah,
We're also learning
we're learning
to wield this power
to build that power.
of language
Yes.
responsibly.
Responsibly. And this is reflected in the Kabbalistic view of the Korah.
Right.
It's not just
Right.
a book of stories and laws,
Right.
but a blueprint for creation,
Okay.
a living text that
Yeah.
contains all the wisdom
Yeah.
and energy
Yeah.
of the universe.
Okay, we've covered
Yeah.
Ein Sof, Tzimtzum, Sephirah, the breaking of the vessels,
Yeah.
Tikkun Olam,
We've covered a lot of ground.
and now the mystical power of language.
I know.
Is there anything else we need to know about the system
There is.
before we get into like practical application?
There's a reason
Okay.
why Kabbalah is
Yeah.
often depicted as a tree.
As a tree, yeah.
The Sephirah
Yeah.
are organized
Right.
into a dynamic system
Yeah.
of interconnected
Okay.
branches,
Righteous.
each one influencing the others.
Right.
And just like a tree,
Yeah.
this system is constantly growing
Okay.
and evolving.
So it's not a static system.
It's not static. It's like a living,
breathing thing.
wilding thing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And understanding this dynamic is like
Yeah.
crucial to understanding.
To understanding how Tikkun Olam works.
Tikkun Olam. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm ready for another layer.
Okay.
Give me more.
Think back to the concept of the Partsufim,
Partsufim.
the divine
Okay.
visages.
Okay.
It's like saying that each Sephira
Yeah.
is a complete
You're right.
being in itself
Right.
with its own
Yeah.
unique personality and characteristics.
So not just 10 qualities,
Right.
but like
Like
10 distinct
10 distinct beings
interacting with each other.
interacting with each other.
Yeah.
And this idea
Okay.
adds another layer
Right.
to the concept of Tikkun Olam.
Of Tikkun Olam. Okay.
It's not just about
Yeah.
gathering sparks,
Right.
but about restoring the balance
Okay.
and harmony
Right.
between these divine forces.
It's like a cosmic
Right.
family therapy session.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
just like
Yeah.
in any family,
Right.
there are dynamics
Yeah.
of giving and receiving,
Right.
of support
Yeah.
and challenge.
Right.
And understanding these dynamics
Right.
is crucial to understanding
Yeah.
how Tikkun Olam.
Okay, my brain is officially doing backflow.
I know it's a lot.
This is a system.
It's a lot to take in.
That could take a lifetime
Yeah.
to unpack.
It could.
But I'm starting to get a sense of like
it's complexity.
complexity and its beauty.
And it's beauty.
Yeah.
And that's just
Uh,
scratching the surface.
Right.
Kabbalah is
Yeah.
a vast
Yeah.
and intricate
Yeah.
system
Yeah.
with layers upon layers
Right.
of meaning.
Right. Isn't that part of the appeal?
I think so.
Like this sense that there's always more
Yeah.
to discover, more to learn.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what makes
Yeah.
the journey so rewarding.
Right.
The constant process
Yeah.
of exploration and
Right.
discovery,
Yeah.
of peeling back the layers
Right.
and uncovering
Yeah.
deeper truths.
So where do we go from here?
That's a great question.
Yeah. How do we start
Yeah.
putting this knowledge into practice?
Yeah, it is the question.
Okay, so we've gone on this journey from the infinite Ein Sof
Right.
to the Sephiro to the breaking of the vessels to Tikkun Olam.
Yeah. Well, it's been a journey.
We even talked about like
Mhm.
the mystical power
Of language.
of language, right?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I want to get practical now. How do we actually live Kabbalah? Like
Yeah.
how do we
How do we apply these ideas
apply these
to our everyday lives?
profound?
That's the million-dollar question, right?
Right.
And there's no one-size-fits-all answer.
Right.
But Kabbalah offers us
Yeah.
a framework, a set
Ah.
of practices and principles.
Okay, so it's not about
Yeah.
following a rigid set of rules.
It's not about dogma.
Right.
It's about
But about finding ways to integrate these
concepts into our
into our
own unique lives.
right.
Exactly.
So think back to like
Think back to those Sephiro
Sephira.
discussed.
Yeah.
Each one represents a quality
Yeah.
that exists within us.
Okay.
By recognizing these qualities,
Right.
by cultivating them
Yeah.
in our daily lives,
Right.
we can begin to
Okay.
align ourselves.
So it's like a spiritual
Yeah.
checklist. Am I being wise? Like
I mean, it's more nuanced than
okay.
a checklist.
Yeah, okay.
But
Kind of like cheese.
think of it as a framework
Right.
for self-reflection.
Yeah.
Ask yourself, where do I see
Yeah.
these qualities playing out in my
Okay.
life?
Yeah.
Where am I out of balance?
All right.
How can I bring more harmony
Right.
into my thoughts, my actions, my relationships?
Right. So it's about self-awareness.
Yeah, it's about self-awareness.
And making conscious choices.
And making conscious
Now, how do those
choices.
Kabbalah
Right. How do those choices
essentially contribute
to Tikkun Olam,
to Tikkun Olam?
to repairing the world?
Well, remember
Yeah.
the breaking of the vessels,
Right.
scattered sparks
Right.
of divinity
Right.
everywhere. Those sparks reside within each of us.
Right.
Within
Well,
all of creation.
Right.
When we act with compassion,
Yeah.
when we pursue justice,
Yeah.
when we create beauty,
yeah.
we're gathering those sparks
Right.
and restoring them
Okay.
to their source.
So Tikkun Olam isn't just about
Right.
grand world-saving gestures.
It's not.
It's woven
Into the fabric of everyday life.
into the fabric of everyday life.
I'm starting to see how like
Right.
these concepts can be
Yeah.
so transformative.
They can be very transformative.
But I think like a lot of people
struggle of how, right?
With the how, right?
Yeah, how.
What are some practical ways?
Yeah, what are some practical ways?
To start living Kabbalah.
Yeah, to start living.
Start gathering those sparks.
And contribute to Tikkun Olam.
To Tikkun Olam.
So Kabbalah offers a wide range of practices.
Yeah.
But I'll focus on a few that are particularly relevant, I think, to Tikkun Olam.
Tikkun Olam. Okay.
One is the practice of Hitbodedut.
Hitboded.
Which means seclusion.
Okay.
Or self-reflection.
Hitbodedut. It sounds a bit like meditation.
It is, in a way. It involves finding a quiet space.
Okay.
Ideally in nature.
Right.
And pouring out your heart to the divine.
So, like...
You can express your gratitude.
Expressing your gratitude.
Your struggles, your aspirations.
Yeah, okay.
It's a way to connect with that inner spark of divinity.
Right.
To tap into the wisdom and guidance that's always available to us.
So taking time for introspection.
For introspection. For
connecting with that.
With the divine
within.
Exactly. And in that space of connection, you can also contemplate the Sephiro.
The Sephiro.
Reflect on how they might guide your actions.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
In the world.
So introspection is one.
Introspection is one.
Practice.
Are there others?
Others that we can kind of...
That we can
incorporate into our lives?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Another powerful practice is the study of Torah.
Ah, yes. We talked about the mystical power of language earlier. So studying Torah isn't just about...
It's not just about...
learning history. It's about tapping into...
It's about tapping into that power.
That power.
Exactly.
Okay.
Kabbalists see the Torah as a blueprint for creation, a living text that contains the wisdom and energy of the universe.
It's almost like seeing the Torah as a kind of spiritual
technology. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's the practice of mitzvot.
Right. Of mitzvah. Fulfilling the commandments.
The commandments.
Okay, so we have introspection.
Introspection study.
Action.
And action.
It's
holistic approach, engaging our minds.
Engaging our minds.
Our hearts.
Bodies.
And bodies.
Exactly.
It's really...
That's what makes Kabbalah so powerful.
It's not just a set of beliefs. It's like...
It's not just a set of beliefs.
It's a way of life.
A path of transformation. That can lead to... both personal and cosmic healing.
It's been a really journey into the world of Kabbalah.
It's a fascinating world.
And I think you've given our listeners
I hope so.
A lot to ponder.
Yeah, a lot to think about.
Any final thoughts before we
just
wrap up our deep dive?
You are not separate from the divine.
Okay.
Those sparks of holiness reside within you.
Okay.
Waiting to be awakened by embracing the principles of Kabbalah. By living in alignment with those Sephirot. You can contribute to
the ongoing work of Tikkun Olam. Of repairing the world. And bringing it closer. To wholeness.
Beautifully said, I think.
Thank you.
This deep dive has been a powerful reminder that we all
have a role to play.
In this cosmic drama. Thank you for sharing your insight.
It's been my pleasure. Until next time.
May
your journey be filled with wisdom.
Okay.
Compassion. And the boundless light of Ein Sof.
And to our listeners, we encourage you to
keep exploring
the world.
The world of Kabbalah. It's a journey.
It's a journey that can
of discovery.
Enrich your life
in
countless